Hey, yo, check it out. This is Planet Asia live and direct on the world famous Wake Up Show with my man DJ Revolution, Tech and Sway, all that. You know what I mean?
So, how did you develop that style? What was your first style? Who was your MCs? And then how did you develop your style?
I got to give it up to my homie Harji and Tank. They actually introduced me to rap music, and they don't rap at all, but they introduced me to rap.
What age is this?
I say about 8.
8?
Like around 8. Yeah.
You got to rap? You remember something from 8 years old?
Nah, I don't remember none of that.
Come on, man.
Back then, I wasn't rhyming yet. I was beatboxing and.
So what was your first rhyme that people were like, ooh?
First rhyme?
Like that Biggie moment in front of the store where he's rhyming and everyone's like, yo, this dude is dope.
I used to have a few of those. But
you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, Red?
I had a song.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, man.
I had a song.
Okay, so on YouTube, you seen Biggie in front of the
I know
record
what
store.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Rev.
his moment. I have no idea what that moment was.
I used to have a joint called Sprung on Lyrics, and then I had a bunch of just random raps, and then I would just test them in the streets. But all the dudes back then that was trying to rhyme, they was like way older, and to me, I just like, yo, they sound like Melly Mel. No disrespect to Melly Mel, but I was just like,
They sounded older.
Yeah, they sounded older, so I was always getting
Like Big
the best
Daddy
of 'em.
Kane.
Until my man Big Mo came from Brooklyn, he was like he actually reminded me of Biggie when I think about it. This is before Biggie though. His style was like he sounded like Big Daddy Kane with congestion. You know what I'm saying? Like Biggie's, you know how Biggie has that congestion, like yo. But like that style with
Interesting way of
the
putting it, yeah.
Big Daddy Kane, but with a Big Daddy Kane flow.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
He was telling me about like Wrath of Kane and all that stuff before it even came out. Like because you know back then New York would get music before we did. So
Yeah, well, they made it.
Yeah,
So,
so
they made it first.
He was.
It leaked out earlier.
Yeah, we would get it a year later.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I think that just made me more advanced. And I was outside in the 80s. I was at Fresh Fest. I saw Fresh Fest. I seen DOC live. I seen NWA with Ice Cube and without Ice Cube. I seen anything you could possibly think of, from EPMD, Houdini, to go from 86 to now it's like different.
Yeah. Well, again, once again, Planet Asia, my top 20 of all time for sure. Only because I literally remember 20 years ago when you was rhyming, and I was thinking to myself, man, this dude could spit these rhymes 20 years
It's
from
like
now.
basketball though, man. Not the same, but it's like basketball where you can't really get injured.
Right.
Unless
so
you
you
get
stay
your
Michael Jordan-ish forever.
Yeah, like a Cool G Rap. I feel like Cool G Rap is better today than he was back in the day. I'm keeping it 100. His style had elevated. Like if you look at the first Cool G Rap, of course, for the time it was dope. But when you get to like the Mobb Deep album, like the Realest, that was a complex, way more complex. You know what I'm saying? And even now, if you listen to him now, you're like, damn, he's still.
Well, I sat down with
crazy.
Cannabis one time, man. So we have this debate on what was the illest freestyle ever kicked on the Wake Up Show. Illest.
On the Wake Up Show?
On the illest. When it was like the mecca of the zone, you have to come and kick it, right?
Right.
So when I didn't know who Cannabis was, man. We were at the whatever club. He had the beef with LL. He does those second now whatever rhymes on stage.
Right.
I'm like, this dude's kind of dope. And then the conversation I had with him, he explained it. He said, Tech, man, you can, train like a boxer over and over again lyrically. And then at some point, as an MC, you get to this point where you're like elevating above everybody else, even in your brain.
Right.
Like you're like, this is it for me. Like I am Muhammad Ali right now of this thing.
Right.
And then he kicked some ridiculous stuff on the Wake Up Show that he did. So I looked up, the past of the best MCs. But this is why I think it's different. He peaked, and then you felt the downfall during those battles and those other things.
Yeah, so it's stuff like
But see, this is why I think you're different.
You are what you look up to. That's how I look at it. So for me, it wasn't always just about being like the best MC. It was a variety of things that made me want to do what I do. We all have our times and eras where it's like, oh man, the game is messed up. I remember when I was right after I was off of Interscope, the game really went crazy because it was like that new music started popping up.
Yeah,
So it got
the
super
Pharrell,
commercial, and I literally heard people that I thought was down with the culture tell me shit that I was like, yo,
You
I
gotta
can't
change
believe.
right now, man.
I'm like, for reals, like,
right
and now everything that I was about is now at the top. Like it's damn near like a subculture, but it's not. It's like when trap first started, I feel like the lane that I'm in right now is like when trap started, like because it's a plethora of artists that's like Planet Asia now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's an audience for it. And I feel like we don't give this generation enough credit because I'm like, they listen to what they listen to from that era, but they do listen to Planet Asia. I know, at least for me, my fan base is still young.
Right.
So I think it's the approach. I never wanted to be like the preachy, hip hop is bad. I feel like if you keep your environment with dope people in it, that's your hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I never been the one to be like, oh, hip hop over there is that. Don't go to that party. I don't go to that party, so I don't know about that party. All I keep is freshness around me so I can stay fresh, and they don't have to be known. I think that element of hip hop is what's really killing it because people won't recognize you unless you have recognition. And that's no one has an ear no more like, yo, did you not just hear what I just heard?
Right.
That doesn't happen no more. And that's where I'm really, it's hip hop that's killing hip hop. Because I know a lot of dudes that I've introduced music that Rev plays right now of successful artists where the people that you might see around them might not even took a listen till somebody else took a listen. They didn't have their own ear. Like, you can't just, what happened to that? Like, back in the day, your boy would bring you a tape. You be like, yo, what's this? I never heard this before. Like, yo, this is fly.
But do you feel that's happening because there's so much trash out?
Yeah and no, because I'm like, if you from the era we from, 3 seconds, you're going to know in the first 3 seconds. Like, you could just feel it. Like, this is special. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your first time hearing Ultramagnetic MC, you knew when you heard the beat. When you first heard So What You're Saying from EPMD, as soon as you was like, what is this? What's that? Every time you hear something dope, it's gonna always be like, well, what's that? And that still exists. I just feel like people don't look for it. Now you don't even really
That's
have to
the
look
key,
for
man, is people don't look for it, and and on top of the fact that they don't have their own ear, that is a deadly combination, and that's right. It's exactly what kills hip hop. It kills me when I'll be posting a playlist or I'll be talking about tweeting or putting on Instagram records that I'm playing, and people they're shocked that people like, you know, that they love are still making records. They just abandoned it. They gave it up, or they're not looking hard enough. You know, so I feel you.
Let's play one more joint, the one and only Planet Asia, and we're going to come back with you.
This might be the one that really was like, okay, this might be it right here. I don't know. We'll see.
I strategize plots to knock knots in hot spots in hell and earth through my snot box. Raps is G's, no more scrap taking, we master these. I jam-pack the walls to the furthest capacity once again. Planet Asia ain't a damn thing changed. Still when it comes to microphones, I leave my victims found slain. Cause I'm trained to aim precise and bang shots at blank spots. My vocal cords are swords, I slice your sweater to a tank top. And when it comes to battling, y'all cats ain't even worthy. Cause y'all be dead pulling styles like stolen cars out in Jersey. Defeating with the most confident, bulletproof, belief, brief chief. Holla at me cause I conquered it. Canines cannot sense through peanut butter, pepper, narcotic muffin and trees. And my duffel bag passing through checkup. Still in your sector, low pulse. On all coasts, I'm up popping. With much accomplished thinking, stopping, this is it. You know the concept. Deuce first in the definition of ill, I reflect. What? The definition of ill, I reflect. Planet Asia, mad living Bayesian up on the set.